There's this kind of myth in tech, right? The idea that you can just put your computer wherever you want.
Oh yeah, the wireless everything dream.
Exactly. But the reality is you try to stretch a standard monitor cable, say, more than 50 feet, and your signal just turns into, well, digital garbage.
It's the physics of copper problem. Signal degradation is brutal over distance, but the specs we're looking at today claim to kind of cheat that physics.
So what are we getting into?
We are deep diving into a piece of hardware with a truly, and I mean terrifyingly long name.
Okay, hit me with it.
The NTI ST-IPUSBVD-L-VW.
Wow. Yeah, okay. Let's just call it the NTI extender. For everyone's sanity.
Deal, absolutely deal. But don't let that clunky name fool you. This is a VGA and DVI USB KVM extender.
Okay, hold on. Let's break that down. KVM.
Right, good point. It's a keyboard, video, and mouse.
The holy trinity of actually controlling a computer.
Precisely. This little box lets you sit at your desk with your screen and keyboard while the actual, noisy hot computer is sitting in a server room way down the hall.
But we're not talking about just a really long HDMI cable here. The documentation keeps emphasizing over IP.
And that is the key. That's the secret sauce here. Instead of a dedicated video cable, it converts the signal into data packets.
Like internet data?
Exactly like internet data. And it shoots them over standard KVM or CT6 Ethernet cables. The same stuff that's probably running your internet right now.
Which completely changes the math on distance.
Oh, drastically. If you plug the transmitter directly into the receiver point to point, you get about 492 feet.
That's already impressive.
It is. But if you put a standard gigabit network switch in the middle, it basically acts like a repeater. Suddenly, you're controlling a machine from 656 feet away.
That's, what, over 2 football fields?
Pretty much. And looking at the specs, I see this really interesting mix of ports. It supports DVI, which is digital, but also VGA, that old blue analog connector.
I know, right? It feels like something from the 90s. Why would you need that?
Well, in the industrial world, old doesn't always mean obsolete. Think about factories. They have legacy servers that only output VGA, but they want to view them on crisp, new DVI monitors.
So this box is a translator.
It's a bridge. It connects that analog-digital divide so you don't have to replace a $1 million machine just because you want a better monitor.
Okay, so it's a really handy utility tool for IT closets.
You'd think so at first. But then you get to page 2 of the specs, and this is where it gets, well, weirdly creative. It supports many-to-many connections.
Meaning multiple computers can connect to multiple screens.
Exactly. And because it's all running on a managed network switch, you can configure it as a video wall.
A video wall. How big are we talking?
We're not just talking about mirroring a desktop. The specs say you can stitch together an 8x16 grid of screens.
Wait, 128 screens from these little extenders?
128 screens? Suddenly this isn't an IT tool.
No, that's Stadium Jumbotron territory. Or something you'd see in Times Square.
And it's really flexible, too. The software lets you rotate the image 180 or even 270 degrees. So if you're, say, designer wanting to make some artistic mosaic-style display in a hotel lobby, you can do it with standard network cables.
That is a huge jump in functionality. But what about the KVM part, the USB support? Is that just for a basic mouse and keyboard?
Mostly, yeah, but it supports USB 2.0, so touchscreens work, flash drives work. You could technically build an interactive kiosk 600 feet away from the PC driving it. It also lists full duplex RS-2 through 2 support.
Okay, translate that for us.
RS-232 is an old, really robust standard for serial communication. In this context, it lets the computer send commands directly to the screen. Things like turn on, turn off, switch input, all automatically. It's basically the nervous system for automation.
So for what, around $470, you're getting a remote extension, a signal converter, and a video wall processor.
It really just decouples the physical location of the computer from the user's experience. You keep the 1080p visuals, you keep the responsiveness, but you can hide the ugly brains of the operation.
It does make you wonder, if we can so easily network, 128 screens into a single massive display using standard office cables, are we moving toward a world where the computer isn't a box on a desk anymore?
But just the room itself.
Yeah, the architecture of the space becomes the interface.
The walls have eyes, and now they have operating systems.
Something to think about next time you see a digital menu board. Thanks for listening to this deep dive.